What's up, y'all? It's your girl Braxton Simpson, and we are here for Rise University. Well, we've taken a little spin on it, and it's actually Rise Outside. We're so excited to be on the campus of North Carolina Central University, my alma mater. I actually went to grad school here, and we're gonna be with the students all afternoon long. It's giving cookout vibes. We have a couple of stations. We're gonna do some digital organizing, on the ground organizing, collect some pledges to vote. So y'all just stay tuned. It's gonna be a great one. So it's the top of the hour, and we actually have some students already checking in. Station 1 is actually going to be our on-the-ground organizing station. So they'll be conducting a organizing bingo. There's a lot of different prompts on there and an opportunity for them to just spend some time and learn a little bit about organizing on the ground. Out-of-state students can register to vote in the state of North Carolina, but they have to change their addresses to match the addresses of their dorms. Now that can be tricky because your dorm address and your mailing address can be a little bit different. Now, if you are from North Carolina and you register to vote, but you live somewhere else, like Charlotte, you'll have to vote in Charlotte. So you gotta figure out, do you wanna change your precinct to the law school down there and vote on campus? Or if you're gonna go back home, and you gotta make sure you make a plan for that. And then station 2 is digital organizing. So as you can see right behind me, they'll actually be creating content and focusing on how they can mobilize people online. And then station 3 is a pledge to vote. So we want them to take what they've learned, make a pledge to vote for themselves, and then also encourage their friends to make a pledge to vote in the midterm elections. Midterms is November. Y'all know this election.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be participating.
Yeah, and then when y'all get to the last station, there's a pledge to vote link. Make sure y'all send that to y'all friends and tell them, like, make a pledge to vote. We gotta be outside in November. After that, they can go get some merch, get some food, and party. Y'all hear the music, so I'm excited to turn up with the kids today. Tell us about just the importance of having students being able to do really cool things.
For me, it's just more so about making sure the students have those out of the classroom experiences.
Yeah.
Right. So when we graduate, we go in the world and we tell stories about our institutions, the things we remember most are what we get outside the classroom.
Yeah.
So creating those positive memories for them to kind of reminisce on and have the opportunity just to grow outside of being just a student. Great call. Students are getting informed on, how to vote, why it's important to vote. And for some students, don't know about voting at all. We're kind of killing two birds with one stone. You guys are helping us with our community service piece, and then we're helping y'all by providing the students to y'all to boost the session as well.
So I know you guys have heard about the controversy when it comes to women's basketball, the WNBA. Now we're seeing women get paid at rates that they've never got paid before. These ladies are literally selling out arenas, and we have former rookies like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese that have honestly been killing the game, and now they're in their second and third seasons, right? So the question is it policy, math, revenue, or is it petty, where essentially we're not really leaning into women being paid equally? Tell me what you think.
I think it should keep expanding because like you mentioned, with Angel Reese getting traded to a bigger team, it's gonna bring more people to come out to see her play, and they're getting a lot more money because they had to take a stand and actually say that things were unfair. And I think they should get supported, and people should be there for them because they work hard all year round, just like any other athlete does. With us being student athletes, we know how hard it is, how much time you get to be away from your family, Christmas, holidays, and stuff like that you miss. That's where I stand.
I definitely do think that the game does need to, keep expanding, like he was talking about with Angel Reese. I do think college sports is overall helping with, being able to make money in college. So
NIL and stuff.
Exactly. So a lot of people want to stay in college more now and not make it to, well, let me not say make it to the pros, but not force themselves to the pros as early as they may want to, because they're making money in college. So I definitely do think it's a good thing.
I definitely think that they should get paid more based off of the revenue that they're bringing in. So girls like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the big name stars, Haley Van Lith, the ones that are coming into the league, that are giving it notoriety, that are bringing a name to the sport. The fact that they're further in the game and further in the sport, and then the new league, the Unrivaled League or something like that for the women. I think that's all cool. So I feel like they should definitely get paid based off the revenue that they're bringing in, and they're bringing in so many fans. They definitely should get paid for that.
We're both bringing in the business. It shouldn't be just man, because we're all equal.
So what positions do y'all play?
I'm a guard.
Guard.
I play forward.
You know, y'all just look real big to me. So you talking about you a guard, I thought you was gonna be like a 5. So let's talk about 9 to 5 versus hustle culture. Now, 65% of Gen Z in 2026 pretty much claim that financial independence is a priority for them. So the question is it policy, you know, sticking to that 9 to 5, or is it petty and really leaning into hustle culture and those side hustles?
I don't think it's petty per se. I think it's more so we really have to start doing that because 9 to 5, they don't really pay for us to be stable, depending on the type of 9 to 5 that you have. So I think it is beneficial to start your own business, to start doing different hustles and things like that.
What about you?
I think it's policy to stick with the 9 to 5 unless you have a plan. If you have a plan on how you're gonna take your business into your hands or whatnot, then go for it, take that risk. And if it goes well, then it goes well and you took a chance on yourself. But until you have a solid plan on how you're gonna do it, stick to the 9 to 5.
I agree with that too, because there's power in stability, and just leaving without no plan is crazy. Any of y'all Greek?
Yeah, I am.
You're Greek. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about your Greek life experience. So, I'm an AK, and you're a Q?
Yes, for Q.
Okay, so just tell us about that experience, like being a black man. All of y'all, I want to hear your experience being black men on this campus and being a black man in at HBCU and what that means today. But then even with you more specifically, having that extra layer of brotherhood through your fraternity.
Yeah, being a black man that goes to HBCU, it means a lot because, you know, 9 times out of 10, the world gonna look at us as like, you know,
Yeah,
they're not gonna look at us as like successful black men. But as us, we over here in 3 difficult careers, but we also supporting each other. So it really means a lot when you meet somebody that do the same thing and also striving to the same goal as you.
Coming from a predominantly white high school and coming to a HBCU, because I went to private school, I didn't understand the culture because both of my parents graduated from HBCUs. It just made me like carry so much more pride into embracing it.
You know, North Carolina Central was always in my bloodline. My dad used to come to homecomings. My grandmother used to come to homecomings. So, you know, hearing about it, I'm from New Jersey, so we don't really have no HBCUs around.
Yeah.
So her coming all the way down here was definitely something, you know, different for my family to see. And then, you know, when you talk about North Carolina Central overall, we're a legacy sitting here right now. We may not know because we stand right here in these seats, but we're a legacy for the past and the present and the future.
My mom is from Mexico and my dad is African American from here in the United States.
So how's your experience been? Because one of my best friends is actually Honduran and African American, and her experience at Tennessee State was absolutely amazing. But she also talked to me about the different nuances being an Afro-Latino woman on campus. So how's your experience been at the HBCU?
Honestly, it's been really awesome because I do see a lot of like festivals like this where it is like your culture is shown and appreciated, and like you're just because, you know, you're mixed doesn't mean you're not part of the community. Because I know some people have that sort of like, oh, well, you're not black enough.
But you're not
Or you're not Hispanic enough.
Right.
And so it's really nice to have a place where it's like, well, no, you are you. And like, this is who you are.
Yeah.
So I definitely see that here on NCCU.
How old are you?
I am going to be 17 next month.
17, yeah. So before you know it, girl, you're going to be ready to vote and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I want to be pre-registered.
Okay.
I got you.
Come on, pre-register.
I'm pre-registered and I'm good to go.
Yeah, so when you turn 18, you get to that ballot box.
Oh, my mom would kill me if I didn't.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's a wrap for our Rise Outside event. It was absolutely amazing. And shout out to the students for showing up. Equal Pride Amplified. Now, we're getting ready to head over to Killjoy in Raleigh a little later on tonight with a little bit of an older crowd for some cocktails and conversations. Meet you there. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Braxton Simpson, and we are here for the second stop of the Rise Live and Direct tour. Now, this is stop 2, and we're in North Carolina, where I stay, and I'm excited to have y'all here. Now, we are here for the second day, and it is going to be amazing. We're going to be here at Killjoy Cocktail Lounge, where we're going to be having conversation. The Black Emotion podcast is going to be live. We've got a DJ, we've got food, music, and the people are coming. So y'all come on and join. John, so we're back, and I'm so excited to have you back.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it kind of feels like deja vu having you back on the podcast.
Nah, for sure. But you know, there's more people around this time.
Yes, it's a lot more people. We're here at Art in Motion, and it's going to be a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah, how have you been enjoying it so far?
I've been enjoying it, yeah. It's a good vibe, good people as always, you know, good energy, so I can I can always rock with that.
Welcome to episode 2, season 2 of the Black Emotion podcast, and I am joined by none other than someone with a really cool name, Isaiah Zaby Braxton.
I'm a singer-songwriter from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I grew up in North Carolina. I moved here when I was 15. For 10 years, almost 11 years, I've been here. I have an event company with Lavish House. We create good moments. We don't just do events, we create moments.
We are at Art in Motion, and maybe we should just talk a little bit about how that came to be. We know Black art itself has always been more than expression. It's resistance, it's storytelling, it's survival. And I feel like right now, in a moment where so much funding is shrinking, DEI is being challenged, and even creativity is being automated, what does that mean for us as Black creatives, right? So I know that kind of set the foundation for this event today, but let's just talk about how it came to be.
Lavish House started because I'm a singer-songwriter, and I found myself wanting places to perform and not getting the proper, people or energy in that room. I was always followed by hip-hop acts, so I was opening up for hip-hop acts, so I'm coming up there singing about heartbreak, I might sing about Jesus a little bit, and then I got somebody.
And they're like, we trying to turn up.
Yeah, they turn up. I'm like, wait, we ain't gonna be sad for like a little bit. So I started Lavish House off the strength of that. So when it came to Art in Motion, I found a couple dope artists I know, some people on the sax, some guitarists, and then a couple painters. And I wanted a place where they could, go and really just show their arts. I think that in the times that we are in, Black art always thrives, which is really cool.
I think that art is not only a creative sector, but it's also a sense of resistance. It's also a way that we continue to organize and galvanize our people together to be able to understand the language that we mean, that we are saying on a daily basis, to really convey the message that we are here, we are going to continue to build in our innovation, and the innovation that's thriving within us. That is what art is there for. It's for us to continue to speak. And as Black people, we have had a history of us utilizing art and creativity to be able to save our peoples and making sure that we are meeting the mark, but making sure that our people are safe.
What's been the biggest shift in how you show up as a creative, especially in this current moment? Because, there's so many different things that are challenging us right now as a people.
Becoming a dentist, I was one of the only Black people in my class, one of the only Black people in multiple jobs that I've had, in multiple scenes and scenarios. And being a content girly wasn't a thing. It was frowned upon. And for a while, I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel comfortable in that space.
Stay in your box.
It's like stay in your box. And I tried so long to stay in that box, and I was losing myself at that time. And I was just doing dentistry, and I was bogged down. And I realized that box was never created for me. I don't have to fit in anyone else's box. That I don't have a box, babe. And so that shift happened probably last year, and I stepped completely out and became really the happiest version of me. And that included fitness, that included my mentorship program, and that really included, jumping into content just full-fledged when I had the time, but jumping into it full-fledged and just showing up as me every single day. I've gotten so much more patience that way and just continued to blossom into the person that I truly wanted to be.
I love that.
And that's the shift, is really believing that you can do anything that you want to do, and you don't have to conform to anyone else's rules. There are no rules, babe.
No rules. What advice do you have for those people that are kind of in this tight space, that they're in that bind right now? What advice do you have for them on being able to stay authentic to themselves, stay true to their purpose, but also kind of have those boundaries?
But are they still trying to make money?
Yeah.
So my advice to entrepreneurs, small business owners that are trying to protect their peace and stay authentic but still make money is, if something comes across your desk that you really don't want to do, raise the price. Because if you're going to sacrifice your peace,
you might as well be making more money.
You might as well be making more money.
Yeah.
Double it, triple it. If they really want you, they're going to pay for it. And if they're going to give you a headache, at least they're going to pay for the headache.
Yeah.
But don't be just taking on anything just to make some money, and then you're stressed out, and then
unhappy,
and then the work doesn't look good.
Now let's talk about power and respect. Cardi B just wrapped her Little Miss Drama tour and grossed over $70 million. Now, at her last stop in Atlanta, Georgia, the staff was a little rude. So is it policy to actually protect your team and make sure that they are protected under any circumstances? Or is it petty to cancel on almost 20,000 fans? Let me know what you think.
Well, that's a good question. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
No, that's right.
And I believe that advocacy, sometimes we have to be in a space of disarray where people are getting inconvenienced. And it's unfortunate, but her speaking up, it spreads that awareness that this is not what we're going to stand for. This is not what we're going to continue to invest in. And we're not going to continue to stay in spaces that is not properly representing us in the way that we need to be represented.
A lot of times in corporate, you're doing certain things that might not align with your spirit. You know, you have to stay within these like parameters, but I love being like a multicultural, advertiser.
Yeah.
So specifically building a career out of advertising to Black and brown people.
And doing things that morally feel right for you.
Right, exactly, yeah. A lot of times people in our community don't have the capital or the assets to like really get professional grade services.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the niche I've been able to build, but also elevating that and touching like, bigger stakeholders in the industry.
Yeah. Now let's talk authenticity. I know you guys have heard about these AI artists, and some of them are actually grossing $150,000 a year. Now, is it policy to let them go ahead and win a Grammy, or is it petty to just say it's not real music?
Yeah.
Sing now.
Well, it absolutely is music inspired, and I think and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That AI can sing. Hey, I ain't gonna. So I had to produce what I was telling you about that film.
Yeah.
So like the fact that it can do so much is actually insane.
Yeah.
Like it sounds really good. But do I think it should be able to win a Grammy or any award for that? Absolutely not.
So it's getting petty.
Yeah. Nah. To win, I mean, it's not a creative behind it. It's a machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a machine is gonna outpace a person, at least with output, every single time. Cause it's just that, you know? So absolutely not. I don't believe it should win anything. I think it should be used what AI really should be here for, is for enhancing. You know what I mean? I don't think it should be autonomous to do its own things and stuff like that. That's my opinion though. But so it's for sure petty. I ain't gonna lie.
It's getting petty. All right, everybody. So I am here with Chris Suggs, and this is his first time on the podcast, and I'm actually really, really excited. We've been trying to do this for a minute.
For a while. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm so excited. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into a little bit of conversation.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm Chris Suggs, born and raised in Kinston, North Carolina. Lifelong North Carolinian. Just wrapped up a term as a city councilman in my hometown.
He was the youngest also.
The youngest elected official in North Carolina during my time in office, and glad to be transitioning out of that. I love service work, but also realize that sometimes the most impactful work can happen outside of office. Like you don't need a title to be able to serve. And so I'm enjoying doing that full time and just making a difference however I can.
Yes, I love it. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk about your content creation journey, but I also want to talk about you flipping homes. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So I've been doing real estate development work since 15. I bought my first property when I was 15 years old. And then I bought a house shortly. My first property was a vacant lot in the neighborhood. Just been overgrown my whole life. And I was like, somebody should do something with this.
Yeah.
And I reached out to the owner and I bought this empty lot and we converted into a small park just for us in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And by the time I was 17, I bought my first house through the tax foreclosure process.
Wow.
And we've transitioned that into being a community center for neighborhood residents to get together, young people to hang out.
I love it.
And just really trying to revitalize my neighborhood. So it's not the flipping homes in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
It's seeing something that's vacant or underutilized and trying to turn it into an asset for the community.
Well, as we wrap, I just want to thank you for being here.
Sure, always. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And we always ask the signature question. So Black in Motion is all about staying in motion and making power moves for the culture. So what's one way that you keep it pushing, that you stay in motion, whether in your hustle, your community, or your everyday life?
Jesus Christ.
No,
That's how. Every time, if we interview again, if I'm on the Grammys, I'm on the Oscars, I want the world to know that Isaiah Kenneth Matthews Braxton is nothing without Jesus. So that's what keeps me in motion. When I'm sad, when I'm mad, when I want to spaz out, Jesus gonna get it. After Jesus, it's gonna be my mom and my girl. They gonna be the next. Be like, baby, you gotta calm down. So, but without Jesus, I'm nothing. I will be nothing without him, and I'll be everything with him. So that's what keeps me going.
Amen to that. Can we give it up there? But thank you so much for being here, Isaiah. And you guys stay tuned for the next episode of the Black in Motion podcast. Thanks, everybody. That was fun.
That was good.
That was good.
Bye.
You did good.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, that's a wrap for this leg of the tour. Thank you so much for coming with us. here to North Carolina, where I stay. It's been a pleasure having you. Stay tuned for the next leg of the tour, and remember, stay Black in motion.